Hey folks, it's Lori and Bob Hollander, and it is Q&A Thursday. We're here to answer your questions. Bob,
Yes.
you had a client who had a question.
Yeah, this guy has been asking me this question for such a long time. It's a perpetual question,
Okay.
and it went pretty deep. And basically, he found just a wonderful partner, and has been going with her for 3 and 4, coming up to 5 years. And he cannot make the move. He doesn't understand why
Mm-hmm.
he can't move further in this relationship.
You mean
To
get closer emotionally?
Yes, and to
Okay.
get married, to
Okay.
get married.
Yes.
And so I kept on, we've been digging, and I didn't know exactly what was going on, but he talked about his first marriage, and I realized he never really got to this very specific, so I kind of
Mm-hmm.
pushed him a little bit about what it was like.
Yeah.
And he would say it was terrible, and I say, how was it terrible? And he would talk about this woman, his ex, who called him names, and I said, what kind of names?
Yes.
And so I really tried to, because he seemed rather resistant, and I pushed him, and he broke down.
Wow.
And this is a guy.
Yeah.
Because
Men cry too.
yes, it really hurt
Men
him.
hurt too.
And he was, and so for the first time, I think he thought he was feeling how hurt he was, the loss he felt, the betrayal he felt, and all. Once again, reinforced the belief about how a lot of these feelings can be blocks to your present relationship.
Right.
And so the past is not dead. It's not even past. It kept him. And then once he was able to just feel it, it made a lot more sense about what he was afraid of. And I think now, I guess I can update you. Now he's much more willing to invest in this relationship.
Wow. So he was afraid to be vulnerable. He was afraid to be close.
Yeah.
Because he had all this hurt sitting down here in his chest. And, it's scary.
It's scary.
So when you don't recognize those things and they're sort of subconscious or unconscious, they will play upon you. But once you recognize them and you know what the issue is, you can move that roadblock out of the way.
Right.
Is that what happened?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
But I couldn't have done it if he didn't have a partner, this woman, who on an unconscious level, he was trusting more and more and more. So when I nudged him a little bit, and she was in the room there, and they both saw it. And she's always been for him. She couldn't quite understand it, but she was by his side. They both love each other.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Beautiful thing. It was very, very painful, but it's such a
touching moment.
genuine, and he was so thankful
Yes.
that he now saw what it was, and all of a sudden I think he feels like he can now move on to a committed, monogamous, engaged relationship, and move towards marriage. It was beautiful.
And, Bob, one of the things that I think is so important is for people to understand that when you share those vulnerable emotions with your partner, that forms the deepest connection.
Yes.
Because when you're in pain and somebody is there to hold you and carry you emotionally, that's where you just feel connected.
Yeah. It's discovering and going through the pain which causes the greatest foundation and the greatest strength of any relationship.
All right. So thanks for listening.
Right.
Send us your questions to info@relationshipswork.com. And Bob and I will see you next Thursday.
Take care, guys.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.